Hendricks is out on Chris Paul, so he's looking for the skip pass. Left wing three. You think Wiggins is going to hit that?
I remember one year Steven Jackson, he needed like 7 points to average 20 points.
Dub Nation, it's always a thrill to connect with you, especially as we're about to reveal the latest news that could shape the fate of our beloved Golden State Warriors. But before we dive into this whirlwind of information, let me make a friendly request. Show us some love by clicking the like button to strengthen our bond, and hey, if you are not subscribed yet, join our channel for a thrilling and emotional journey. Don't forget to turn on notifications to stay ahead of the game. Should fans be concerned after the strange performance of the Golden State Warriors forward? Jonathan Kuminga returned to the Golden State Warriors lineup on Sunday against the Utah Jazz, but it wasn't the standout performance fans expect from the athletic third-year forward. After a season where he emerged as one of the league's rising stars, Kuminga's recent weeks have been marred by some injury issues leading up to the play-in tournament. Should Golden State Warriors fans worry about Jonathan Kuminga's performance against the Utah Jazz on Sunday? Kuminga missed 6 games due to a knee issue before returning to the bench for 3 consecutive games in the last 10 days. However, the 21-year-old was absent from Friday's game against the New Orleans Pelicans after sustaining a pelvic contusion. While initially listed as questionable for Sunday's game, Kuminga started in place of the resting Draymond Green. It was a peculiar performance from the former 7th overall pick, not necessarily entirely bad, but certainly one that became a point of discussion in what would otherwise be a meaningless contest. His offense, specifically his scoring, has been a significant part of his game, but Kuminga only attempted 4 field goals in over 23 minutes during a game where Golden State was without Stephen Curry. Instead, Kuminga took on the playmaker role, dishing out 7 assists, a career best, without recording a single turnover. Regardless, the sight of 0 points and 0 rebounds was quite unusual given what he has produced this season. Coach Steve Kerr even gave Kuminga some fourth-quarter minutes as the lone rotation piece at the end of the bench, potentially signaling the desire for him to regain some confidence after injury issues. But does Kuminga's lack of aggressiveness signal that he hasn't fully recovered from his recent problem? That was certainly the speculation on social media after Kerr described Kuminga as very sore following the incident in Portland early last week. The concern over Kuminga's status may be heightened given his importance in Tuesday's first play-in game against the Sacramento Kings. The Kings' interior defense can be seen as their biggest weakness, meaning Kuminga's nearly unstoppable nature attacking the rim will be crucial for the Warriors' chances of advancing to face the loser of the New Orleans Pelicans vs Los Angeles Lakers matchup. Stephen Curry maintains Game 7 mentality for Warriors-Kings play-in game. The Golden State Warriors are accustomed to competing for the top spot in the Western Conference. However, this season, Golden State sits in the 10th spot. Stephen Curry and the Warriors are currently gearing up to face the Sacramento Kings in the NBA play-in tournament. Curry is approaching the Warriors-Kings game as a Game 7. "It's ironic how everything else has built up to Game 7, said Curry, via Kendra Andrews of ESPN. "This is technically a Game 7-like environment in the same building. So, we gotta do it again." The Warriors know what it takes to win in big games. After all, the dynasty led by Stephen Curry, Klay Thompson, and Draymond Green produced 4 championships for a reason. The Kings will challenge the Warriors in the play-in game, but Golden State will be ready. Curry, of course, is one of the best clutch players in the sport. Stephen Curry shines brighter in big moments. The Warriors know that Curry won't back down when the lights shine brightest. "He's one of the great clutch players in the history of the league," said Warriors coach Steve Kerr, via Warriors on NBCS, quoted via Clutch Points. "We know that. We've seen him win championships, we've seen him win finals MVP. Steph Curry is Steph Curry. He's that guy. He's him," I think Austin Reeves said. Curry led the league in clutch points during the 2023-24 season. JJ Redick recently revealed that he voted for Curry to win the Clutch Player of the Year award while speaking on the Old Man and the 3 podcast. "In the end, I went with Steph," said Redick. "He has the most points in clutch time, shooting 50% from the field and 46% from 3 in clutch time. More threes than anyone else in clutch time. Just a phenomenal clutch performer, as always, from Steph Curry. And even better this year." Of course, Curry's success isn't limited to the regular season. This should be obvious based on his 4 championships, but the stats support Stephen Curry's case as one of the best postseason players in NBA history. He's averaged 27 points per game in 147 postseason games played in his career. The Warriors star is also shooting just under 40% from 3 in the playoffs. His ability to consistently hit three-pointers is even more impressive in the postseason, as every opponent the Warriors face is building their game plan around containing Stephen Curry. Yet, no one has found a solution. Warriors postseason outlook. Golden State is a dangerous team. They may not have performed up to their standards in the regular season, but the Warriors know how to win in postseason games. The Kings, and all other potential opponents, will know not to take the Warriors for granted. Golden State and Sacramento will square off on Tuesday night in the NBA Play-In Tournament. Tip-off is scheduled for 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Gary Payton II, from the Warriors, will miss the Play-In Tournament due to injury. The Golden State Warriors, 46-36, have been forced to navigate through a series of hurdles during the regular season, and unfortunately, there's more for them to dodge in the NBA Play-In Tournament. Gary Payton II has been ruled out for Tuesday night's clash with the Sacramento Kings and also for the potential Wednesday game, according to Kendra Andrews of ESPN. The key bench piece is dealing with a calf injury and has been sidelined since April 9th. He has only played in 44 games this season as health continues to be a major concern throughout his career. Payton's defense, athletic ability, and powerful motor have earned respect within the organization and among fans, so this development is undeniably disheartening. Obviously, the timing of the situation only accentuates this bad news. The Warriors enter this mandatory showdown with the Kings as the hottest team, having won 10 of their last 12 games. Sacramento is limping into the play-in, but they can afford to play in front of their home crowd. This injury could also bring some momentum in favor of the team. While Payton averages just 15.5 minutes per game, his productivity, 5.5 points on 56.3% shooting with nearly a steal per night, and intangible assets make him a valuable member of the second unit. And fans know how crucial the supporting cast is to the team's postseason success. The NBA Play-In Tournament should provide Golden State with a clean slate, but with the opening tip-off still more than 24 hours away, their backs already seem against the wall. The Warriors must continue to dig deep with playoff hopes on the line. Many basketball fans wrote off the Dubs in the first half of the season. Draymond Green's suspensions, Klay Thompson's struggles, and a relentless Western Conference foreshadowed the official downfall of this empire. Golden State may still end the campaign in ruins, but they've restored fans' faith. Since the calendar flipped to 2024, few teams have been better than the Warriors, 31-19. They haven't lost more than 2 consecutive games in that span and haven't suffered a double-digit defeat since March 22nd. Operating at full strength, Steve Kerr's team is lethal. But all it takes to derail their momentum and send them abruptly packing is a slip-up. Gary Payton II's absence could make more of a difference than a neutral fan might imagine. He's an energizer, and that could be crucial for a team venturing into hostile territory. However, Golden State has no qualms about competing at the Golden One Center. The Warriors poured cold water on the Kings' excellent 2022-23 regular season, defeating them on the road in Game 7 of the opening round of the playoffs. Unless they plunge another dagger into Sacramento, their fan base will be forced to endure their own form of misery in this off-season period. It's unclear if Payton will be able to return to Golden State early in the postseason if the team survives the NBA Play-In Tournament. He'll be restless along with the rest of Dub Nation when tip-off commences at 10 p.m. Eastern Time on Tuesday.